We're going to talk about money, but money as means of communication, because money is a means of exchange. But behind language, or second place after language, is a way to communicate. Why? Let's say that you have a Chinese person and a Spanish person that they want to communicate, but they don't know each other's language. Now, today is extremely easy. You just get an app in your cellular phone, and you will be able to communicate. But let's say that we don't have any electronics uh, on hand, and that we still want to try to communicate. So what can we do? We can use money. Now, why? Because normally when we are trying to communicate, we want to achieve something. So we can use some signals, and let's make for an easy case that the Spanish guy is looking to buy some veggies from the Chinese guy, or vice versa. But let's put it this way. So the Hispanic guy goes to the Chinese guy that he's got some veggies, and he doesn't speak Chinese, but he can get his hand into his pocket, get some money, maybe universal money. Let's talk about dollars. Maybe the Chinese they're trying to change the money to what you see in I think it's yuan's, the one that they use in China, but still dollars are the most accepted. So the Hispanic guy gets into his pocket and takes some dollars out and shows the dollars to the Chinese guy and points to the veggie that they want. So as he shows the money, the Chinese guy could point to the amount of dollars that they would want for their veggies, and so the Hispanic guy just provides or delivers the amount of dollars that the Chinese guy wants for his veggies, and there it goes. They can communicate. The Chinese guy is able to sell his stuff, and the Hispanic guy is able to acquire what he wants. And they didn't have to speak any language. So that's why money is so important. Now, it is unfortunate because we live in a world where we are not using sound money. What is sound money? Sound money is money that has an intrinsic value, like gold or silver, because they have intrinsic value for to use for as jewelry, or to use in fabrication of connectors, or solar panels, or tools to use in medicine, in surgery. So that's why they have intrinsic value. They have a value of its own to use on those cases. But this type of money, gold or silver, backs up paper money like dollars, then it becomes sound money, and we can trust it. Without a backup of the paper money, it really cannot be trusted, because the only way that it is accepted is because it's enforced by governments. So that's why it's called fiat. Fiat money is money that is enforced to use. Not that we want to use it, like it would be the case with paper money that is backed by gold or silver, or maybe some other type of money that has intrinsic value. Now we're getting into cryptocurrencies, and some of the cryptocurrencies they have a use, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is being used for transacting, so that gives that intrinsic value. Now let me talk about Atla. Atla is a coin that was created to be used in the environment of blockchain sports, which is a new environment that is being created to help sports become more transparent and more honest. So, for that reason, Atla is it actually has some utility, and for that reason, is going to hold value. So, those are the ways that money can be used in a transparent way, in an honest way, when it does have some utility. So the dollar as paper money, we could say that it has some utility because it's used for transaction, for as a universal money exchange. But unfortunately, it is it is used by fiat, and and because of that, it is not transparent, and it actually creates a bad situation where it is always the value, and it needs to and it creates inflation. Inflation devalues the price of money, and that's why it creates um, a dishonest situation where the providers of goods uh, have to manipulate their goods by maybe packaging them in a way that it looks the same, but they are providing less quality because they have to protect themselves from being defrauded. So, if you want to understand this better, look for an article that I put on social media. And this article talks about basing uh, the food because by using bad money, fiat money, producers have to debase their packaging to sell their food so they can stay in business. They are not defrauded. That hurts the consumer. So this is what I wanted to discuss with you. This is what I wanted to talk about, and for you to understand that fiat money, money that is backed by nothing, is not sound money. It's not good and creates a dishonest approach in the trade. So if you want to have a conversation, just uh, put a comment under the video that you're watching, and we can have a conversation. So thank you, and I'm going to end the stream now.